Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be filming the musical book tag. I was tagged to do this by Sophie Elaine, so I will link her channel in the description down below. Please check her out, I really love her videos. So all of the questions in this tag are based around a different musical theatre show. I, for one, am a massive fan of musical theatre. I love musical films and theatre shows equally. When I was younger, sort of 11 to 17ish, I actually wanted to be a West End actress. So I have seen most of the shows we have here in the West End in London, and just the whole experience of going to the theatre is something I really love doing when I have the time and the money to do it. So I'm just going to get right on into the tag. The first question is based on Wicked, which is the story of the Good Witch and the Wicked Witch of Oz and their unlikely but beautiful friendship. So the question is, what is your favourite fictional friendship? And I think you guys will know that I can say no other than these three, and also the background characters of Ginny Weasley, Neville Longbottom and Luna Lovegood, because you can't beat them as friends. You really can't. They're exactly what each other needs. They complement each other so well, and they just manage to overthrow all of the evil that comes in their path. So they're definitely my favourite fictional friendship. And I know I say them every time someone asks me what my favourite fictional friendship is, but as I said, you really can't beat them. The next question is based on Sweeney Todd, which is the story of the demon barber of Fleet Street and his equally evil baker neighbour. And the question is, what is your favourite villain? I know this is supposed to be a book tag, but I have to say Crowley from Supernatural. There are Supernatural books, so that's why I don't feel too bad in saying it, but he is undoubtedly my favourite villain, and it's just because I smile every time I watch him, and I just can't help it. He is the king of hell, but he's just so... there's something about him that I really, really love. And if you guys don't watch Supernatural, you have no idea who Crowley is, but I really recommend that you watch it just for him, really. And also Dean and Sam and Castiel, of course. But I really love watching Crowley, particularly scenes with just him and Castiel, who is an angel, because they're just so great and so funny together. They really are. So yeah, Crowley is definitely my favourite villain. I feel like a lot of people would probably say Snape for that question, but the reason I haven't said Snape is because I struggle to think of him as a true villain. So that's why I haven't said Snape, but Crowley is undoubtedly my favourite villain. The next question is based on Phantom of the Opera, which is a very, very tragic, very emotional and dramatic love triangle. So the question is, what is your favourite love triangle? And I know I've said before that I'm not really the biggest fan of love triangles. I do find them on the whole to be quite annoying, but one love triangle that I have always been really emotionally invested in is that's in Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, the love triangle between Heathcliff, Catherine Earnshaw and Edgar Linton. If you haven't read Wuthering Heights, please read it, because it's my favourite classic, and this romance is just so intense and you just get so drawn into the action, and obviously you have your favourite ship between one couple over the other, but it's just so beautiful and it's just gorgeous, and it's so real as well. Even though obviously it's classic fiction, you can just see yourself in it, especially if you've had your heart broken, or you know, if you've loved someone that you're not supposed to love before. This is so, it will speak to you on such a deep level, I promise you. So yeah, this love triangle is definitely my favourite. I tend not to like love triangles, but this one is just gorgeous and I really love it. The next question is based on The Lion King, and The Lion King has a lot of awesome sidekicks such as Zazu and of course Timon and Pumbaa. So the question is, who is your favourite sidekick? So I couldn't choose between three of them, so I just thought, well, I'll talk about all three of them. One of them is Annabeth from the Percy Jackson series. She's an amazing character, which you guys who are familiar with the Percy Jackson series will know. Another one is Penelope from Rainbow Rowell's Carry On. I feel like they're quite similar people, which is maybe why I couldn't choose between them. And the other one is Nimona from Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. She is actually the main character, even though she's technically a sidekick to a villain in this. She's actually the main character, but she's really awesome. She does some awesome kick-ass shapeshifter stuff. So yeah, any of these three ladies are amazing sidekicks, and I couldn't choose between them, so I just decided I would talk about all three. The next question is based on Grease, the movie of which has a ridiculous ending where for some reason Danny and Sandy just take off into the air in the car and nobody really understands it. So the question is, what is your least favourite ending? And for that I have to say Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. This is of course the ending of the Hunger Games trilogy, and I know I've said before how disappointed I was with the events of Mockingjay. I just felt that it was a little bit rushed, and the ending, I just wanted so much more for Katniss than what she got. I just thought that she was so much better than that ending because she's an absolutely incredible character. She's still one of my favourite fictional heroines, and I just wanted so much more out of life for her, really. So yeah, Mockingjay is definitely my least favourite ending. The next question is based on Matilda, which is an amazing film to theatre show adaptation. So the question is, what is your favourite adaptation? And for that I have to say Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, this film in particular. This film stands out to me amongst all of the Harry Potter films, not least because it's my favourite Harry Potter book. It is that too, but it's also my favourite film just because it's so different cinematically to the other Harry Potter films. If you watch them all, I promise you will notice that this one stands out. It's the only one directed by Alfonso Cuarón, who I've decided is one of my favourite directors ever. I love his beautiful directorial style. He directed Gravity as well, which is another visually stunning film. So yeah, I absolutely love his directing style, and he did Prisoner of Azkaban. It's so cinematically superior to all of the other Harry Potter films. So it's not just because it's my actual favourite Harry Potter story, it's the whole visual aspect of this film. It's just amazingly done. I will also say for one of my favourite adaptations is of course A Song of Ice and Fire to the Game of Thrones TV show. I love how they've done that as well. So yeah, either of those. And the last question is based on Les Mis, which, spoiler alert, is absolutely full of death if you haven't seen it or if you don't know that story. So the question is, what is your favourite death? And I don't want to spoil anyone, but those of you who know this series will know exactly what I'm talking about. My favourite death happens in this book, and it happens in season 4 of the TV show. I think that's pretty much all I can say, but it happens to a character who I hate so much. He's probably actually the character that I hate more than any other in the whole world. So yeah, a lot of you guys will know what I'm talking about. A lot of you sadly won't, but I don't want to spoil this series or Game of Thrones for anyone. So yeah. And that is it for the musical book tag. Do you think you guys will be doing it? I'm not going to tag anyone in particular, but if you want to do it, then please feel free to. I will leave all of my social media in the description down below. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye bye.